Welcome to Andy's Garage. I'm Andy Phillips. Today I'm going to do a product review on this KIA Hyundai air compressor for your tire. This is the standard one that they give you with a Kia or Hyundai vehicle, but it can also be purchased independently. I'm not sure who the actual manufacturer is, but we're going to go ahead and do a product review and see if this thing, which in my opinion looks kind of small and cheap, but let's do a product review and see if it does the job. On the top of the compressor has a very simple 5-step label showing how to use it and just your Hyundai and Kia branding, no indication of a manufacturer. And then on the back side, really very generic, just calling out the 12 volts, the amps, the wattage. Once again, no indication of who manufactured it or anything like that. Attached to the gauge itself, you have this knob here, which is your release knob. If you need to let air out of your tire, it's actually kind of practical. You can just connect in, screw into your valve, and then you can just release that and that'll let air out. So if you are inflating your tire with this compressor, always want to make sure that you have that tight by turning it clockwise. Make sure it's nice and tight before you fill, otherwise you're going to be releasing air out of that. So here's the compressor. This is actually the Kia Hyundai compressor that comes with the vehicle, but you can also purchase these through eBay or Amazon as well. Looks really small, not much to it, but let's go ahead and give it a shot and see how well this works. A clear indication that you have a tire that needs to be addressed as far as with low air pressure is if you're driving down the road and the car pulls in one direction. As seen here, it's pulling to the passenger side on the right, therefore letting us know that the front passenger tire is probably low on air. So let's go ahead and do a physical inspection. Let's take a look at this tire here, and here it is. Sure enough, on the front passenger side you can see this tire is very low, which is what's causing it to pull to that direction. Another thing that it'll do besides just pulling in that direction if you're light on the wheel when you're driving is also when you put on your brakes, it'll also pull to the right or left direction depending on what side's low as well. You'll feel that pull. But let's go ahead and take a look at another tire and I'll show you the difference. This one here is filled to its proper PSI. You can definitely see the difference between what we were looking at. So let's go ahead and connect this compressor and see how well it does. Start off by plugging this in here into the power. Now with that plugged in, let's go ahead and turn the car on, and then we'll connect it to the tire and get a pressure of how much is in the tire and then fill it up to the desired PSI. Everything is connected. Let's take a look at what the PSI is. So we're currently looking at about 10 PSI, which is ridiculously low. This is supposed to be 32. Let's go ahead and fire it up. I'm going to set my phone to be on the stopwatch so we can see how long it takes to fill this up from 10 to 32. I have the stopwatch on. Let's go ahead and turn this on. Start it. Check here on the gauge. We're at about just under, let me see if I can get a shot, just about 32, which is where we want it to be. Tire's nice and full, and it did it in 1 minute and 56 seconds, which is very good in my opinion compared to other compressors that I've used, some of these cheap little plug-in compressors. Let's go ahead and put this compressor here to the ultimate test. I'm going to go ahead and release all the air from this tire, take it down to 0 PSI, and let's see how well it does refilling it from a complete flat 0 PSI to the 32, and we'll time that as well. So all the air has been let out. You can see the tire is pretty much completely flat. And let's see here. Yep, pretty much gone. So just simulating you're getting up in the morning, getting ready to go to work. You come out, your tire's flat. You break out one of these compressors, hook up to it. Let's go ahead and put a timer on it and see how quick it takes to fill it from that to its 32 PSI, the recommended air in this tire. Let's go ahead and get started. You can clearly see here we're at 0 PSI. Gonna go ahead and start this and we'll fire up the compressor. You can see right here, we are at 32 PSI, and it did it in about 2.5 minutes. Let's go ahead and remove it. Unplug it, and we'll go ahead and pack this away and wrap it up. All right, well, that pretty much wraps up this product review here on this little Kia Hyundai tire inflator air compressor. I was actually very impressed with it. I've used many of them over the years, different brands, some name brands, some no-name brands, and to be honest, the thing that's the most irritating about these type of plug-in type is they take forever. So if you're stuck somewhere and you're in a hurry, they drag on. So there's nothing like a pneumatic one, or even one of the, I have one where you can fill it, and I just keep it in my trunk, and it's got compressed air. That fills it up pretty good too. So I was kind of anxious to give this one a shot to see how it works, especially when I got this car and I saw this cheap piece of junk looking thing that they gave with it, and I was actually kind of shocked. I thought it was going to be garbage, but I have to admit, in less than 2 minutes, it filled that tire from 10 PSI all the way up to the recommended 32. So I was very impressed with that, because other ones I've used before have taken a lot longer. So on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm actually going to give it a 10. I was really impressed with this. As mentioned at the beginning of this video, you can purchase this online. I have seen these for sale on Amazon, eBay, places like that. I don't know the manufacturer of this, because the only labeling on it is for the Hyundai and Kia symbols, because they equip these with those vehicles. So you can check online and you can purchase it. I'd highly recommend it if you're looking for one. It's nice and compact, it's strong and powerful. So I hope this video helped you out. I hope it was informative. Please send me any questions, any comments. I would love to hear from you. As always, I appreciate all the support. So please like this video and subscribe to my channel, as I'm always posting new videos. I'll see you next time.